Alright, welcome back. And today's video is going to be kind of a short one, but I wanted to talk about the wish list. Because where we're at the 1.5 anniversary, there's been a lot of Nikkes added. So I wanted to give my personal opinion on what you should prioritize and maybe kind of avoid in terms of Nikkes. First things first though, just wanted to do the free for once a day poll. Never know what we're going to get. So far, just been blues. Nothing good. But let's see. Maybe Crown will finally come today. Who knows? Right? Come on. Come on. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Give me a free copy. Come on. Nope. Nope. It's another blue. It's another blue. Okay, well, you know. Maybe I'm just greedy. Maybe I can't ask for more. Anyway, though. That's not what we're here for today. We're here for the sweet wish list. And I wanted to give my opinion on it. So, I've already been playing for a while. So, there's 3 sets of manufacturers in this game. Well, technically there's 5, but for the wish list there's only 3. There's Elysian, Missilus, and Tetra. So we're going to start out with Elysian. Elysian's honestly the category that's made fun of the most. Because they're pretty down bad for units that are good. Compared to like Missilus or Tetra, Elysian's kind of dying out here for new units. It sucks, honestly. So in terms of priority of what you really want to go for, I think D-Killer Wife is someone that you need to get. I still haven't gotten her, and it's a shame that I haven't gotten her. But she is probably the best burst 1 for Elysian now. She's good CDR reduction, and she has good piercing, so you can pair her up with Alice or Red Hood, or any sniper units, to really take advantage. But CDR reduction is huge because it helps burst generation. But before we had D-Killer Wife, we only had Miranda. But honestly, because we have D-Killer Wife now, I can't really justify putting Miranda here anymore. You're really better off just having D-Killer Wife there and trying to prioritize getting her. Outside of that, I also think Privity's just a really good pick. I already have her at Core 7, so I can't have her here. But you also get her for free when you start the game. So if you're struggling with the 160 wall, I think you're better off just putting a copy here and trying to get her to max limit break. Because it'll just be one less unit you need to worry about. And you already start off by getting a free copy of her, so you might as well just let that happen, right? Outside of Privity, though, I think Marciana's a really good burst, too. She has good healing. And overall, she looks great. And one of my personal favorite units, I feel like she's kind of downplayed a bit, but I really like how she looks. I really like her character, and she's honestly a really solid pick. She's not, like, outstanding, but she's a really good pick for Union Raid or Solo Raid spots if you need an extra team. So I think you should prioritize her as well. And in terms of extras, this is where it kind of gets a little iffy. So this is honestly, at the end of the day, I'm just giving you recommended picks for teams. I'm not doing waifu. But do what you want. If you want to do waifu, then do waifu. At the end of this is a waifu collector game, right? You don't have to prioritize meta. I'm prioritizing meta for this wishlist video. As much as I love how Privity looks, Privity Maid looks, she's awesome. Her looks are SSS. You need 2 other units to prioritize with her, and they both need investment, so she's a long-term type of investment character, and it's just not worth it. I love how Kiri looks, I love her design, I love her character, but sadly they butchered her kit, and she's not that great. I think for a solid burst 3, I also think normal version of D is still good. I feel like her kit's not the best, but it's pretty good, and she helps generate burst right away when you start her off. So she was pretty good against Modernia in the interception. So I still think she's a solid pick. And then honestly from here, you're either choosing Poli, or honestly maybe Emma. But Helm's also a really good choice. So you pretty much choose from these three depending on what you're thinking about. If you're thinking about PvP, maybe Emma or Polly. I think Polly's better in PvP than Emma. But that's up to you. Guillotine's good. If you heavily invest in Guillotine, she can shine, especially if you have 2B. She will shine with her. That being said, I refuse to invest in her. I refuse to invest in her. I got like too many copies of her last time I summoned, so I'm done. So that's honestly my personal take on what you should prioritize for a Legion. Now, Missilus is a tricky category. So, right away, no contest, we're going to have Litter. She has been here since the beginning of the game, but she's still a rising star grandma. She is the cream of the crop when it comes to burst ones. She is amazing. Her skill sets, her burst just help the team immensely, and she's just a powerhouse for a burst one, and I don't think there's been a burst one yet that can take her place. D-Killer Wife is really good, but she's not quite at that meta level with Litter. Not yet. In terms of other characters, definitely prioritize Schoolgirls, especially if you have Crown, because you need Naga. Naga's huge. But if you're looking for a solo raid team, you're not going to put Naga with Crown because you need to, you know, space out your teams. So having the Schoolgirls separated for a team is really good. And before the Schoolgirls, though, it was kind of a tough pick because it was kind of obvious of who you would invest with. Because you would just probably put some Mattis squad here. So you'd probably put like Drake or Laplace, whatever. But now, honestly, so here's where it gets a little complicated. So Maxwell, if you have Snow White, you really want Maxwell because she will pair really well with her. But that's up to you. Or, honestly, you might want to also get Senti if you want another great burst 2 outside of the Schoolgirls. And if you do PvP, Jackal's a must. Jackal's a must. Because she is still meta in PvP. Her burst 1 is insane. Outside of these two characters, though, I love E-Leg. She's one of my favorite newest characters. She's not groundbreaking, but she's still viable. And I love her character. I love everything about her. And I want to max limit break her. So I have her here because for waifu reasons. So, and Tuve is iffy. If you have Privity made, you'll need her. Because you need Leona and you need Tuve heavily invested to make Privity made shine. So unless you really want that team to work, I don't know if it's that much of a priority to get her. I mostly just got her just because I actually wanted to have her at least in my roster. But me personally, I would probably put maybe Maxwell and Senti. Or if you want, because we're getting the treasure system, you're actually probably better off. You might be better off putting Laplace and Senti here because at least we're going to get the treasure system for Laplace. So you might want to start getting copies of her. Right, but that's me personally. But also, Drake's really good. I don't want to downplay her. She's a really good shotgun unit. There's just a lot of picks here. So you prioritize what you want, right? But that's my personal takes for Tetra. And, I mean, Missilus. Tetra's, oh god, Tetra's heavily packed. So, first things first, Bunny Girls. Bunny Girls are supreme, amazing. They carried for a long time. They still do. Don't get me wrong. Schoolgirls, Bunnies, Crown seem like the top 3 right now in terms of picks for like teams, which is great. That's awesome for Union Raid. So and then solo raid, you need 5 teams, so you'll still need to spread out your teams, but you'll get there. In terms of other picks, I think Alice is really good. Otto or Manuel, you heavily invest in her. She'll shine, especially if you have D-Killer Wife or you put her on with Crown. She'll shine. She's really good. If you play PvP, you're really going to want Biscuit. Biscuit's an amazing burst 2 in PvP, and she's awesome. I have her in my teams for PvP, and she shines really well. I love her. And I love her as a character. She's great. I actually left for a bit after Modernia's banner came out, because I just got a little bit bored. So I missed the Chainsaw Man event. But I came back near the event of Biscuit's event. And I'm happy I did. It was great. I love this game. I haven't left since then. Rosanna's SSS. I love Rosanna as a character. Her kit got butchered though, and she's just like a... I think she's like an A or S tier PvP character. So even though her kit's PvP based, she's just not that much of a shining star with it. I think Bay's actually better. And then this is where it gets complicated, because do you want to prioritize PvE or PvP? If you want to prioritize PvE, you take out Biscuit, and you're going to want to have... Honestly, you're going to want Rupee, because Rupee's just a solid pick. You might even want Dala, because Dala's a good CDR reduction unit. Or you might want Sugar, because you want to make a shotgun team with Drake. There's a lot of choice. Even Novel's still good. I feel like a lot of people downplay Novel, but she's really good, especially with 2B, if you can time her burst right, I think. But if you're not doing PvE, and you want to focus on PvP, you're really going to want Moran. I really wish I had her, because she's a great burst one for PvP. I think she's SS. And you also might want Bay. And also, I just have Bay here because I just want her max limit break wallpaper, because it looks great. Or if you're just simping for PvE and you just want a good solid burst one, Volume's amazing. I think I remember at the start of the game, everybody wanted Volume, and just for her assets, and it's great. But she's also still a solid pick, especially in Union Raid and Solo Raid. So, honestly, there's so many characters in the Tetra lineup that you have to prioritize either PvE or PvP. So, for me personally, I'd probably put Volume. And if I had to pick one character, I might put... I love Rupee so much, but I might put Dala here. I really do. I'd rather put Dala here. Noise is also really good for PvP. So if you don't have Noise and you want it for PvP, do that. But she's also still a good taunt. She's just a 40-second burst one, so she's not that great. So just you have to take that into account. But yeah, I'm telling you, Tetra's such a stacked category that 5 is not enough. It's a tough world. Also, Leona, this is the character that you need to pair with Tuve if you want to invest in Privity Maid. It's just a long-term investment. I want to do that, but first I gotta prioritize Crown and finish out my Squirrel Girl skills. So it's gonna be a bit for me before I do that. And that's honestly about it. You have to put 15 units, 5 for each, before you can commit to the wish list. And then let's just hit confirm. And then quickly look back at the recruit and see how it works. So as you can see, the probability info, it shows all the characters I put, and then they're not in the wish list. SRs are here, obviously. And pilgrims aren't exempt from this, obviously. You can see Isabel, Scarlet, and Rapunzel and stuff here. The only other characters that are exempt are the other ones from all the other manufacturers. So that's my personal wish list. You can either... But at the end of the day, right, waifu. Do who you want. That's what I'm focusing on, because I'm comfortably in a spot that I already have the meta team now without even having to worry about it. I have Litter, Modernia, Red Hood, Crown, Naga. I'm happy where I'm at, so I'm honestly just pulling for waifus. I don't need to keep constantly trying to get the meta units. So I'm in an okay spot. But if you're still new and you're watching this and you feel a little bit overwhelmed, focus on getting copies for characters that you already have. That's your biggest concern. So if you already have if you have one copy of Litter, for instance, focus on getting copies of Litter. Don't try to put other characters in there without Litter, because you need to prioritize trying to hit that 160 wall and be able to pass it right away. I got lucky with that when I started. Not a lot of people just took a year before they can pass it, and so they were kind of at a cap. I luckily got past it, but that was just me, right? So at the end of the day, you wish list for what you want, but those are my personal opinions based on PvE and PvP picks. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit different, a little bit long talking and stuff, but I hope it was a little bit informative and helpful, especially if you're still new and you're just enjoying the 1.5 anniversary. But that's it for me. Hope you guys have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you're from. Take care, and goodbye. See you soon.